You talking to the EP is good. Like with I'm Gucci on it.
All right. So what was the name of the first album?
That is well, the Love Story that was in 2013.
Yeah. So you came out with a song, an album called The Love Story.
Yep.
But everyone knows you for this new song called.
Exactly. I'm Gucci.
Okay.
Exactly.
And that's the name of the album too.
The name of the album is called the Shonn Hinton EP.
The Shonn Hinton.
Yep.
The Tallboy Experience.
And if you want the exclusive, you want the Tallboy, because he's going to bring you the exclusive.
Hey, it's the Tallboy Experience, man. I am doing something different, doing something special. And my brother blessed me because he gave me a call today and said, Tallboy, I'm in town. And you may not know who he is, but I'm going to be the first one to put the name with the song or the face with the song. This brother hails from Milwaukee. He's been on the road with Lil Wayne, Angie Stone, Mary J. Blige, Jill Scott, and a host of others. But he's called me and said, Tallboy, I'm on the back of the bus. You need to come holler at me. I'm on Mary J. Blige's bus. So come holler at me, Tallboy. I'm in Atlanta. I'm in your city. And this brother, his name is Shonn Hinton. He hails from Milwaukee. How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm good, man. Thanks for having me here today, man. I really appreciate it.
No, man, I appreciate it. Man, I'm on Mary's bus with you, man. For those that don't know who Shonn Hinton is, he's a guitarist, and he has an album or an EP out called The Shonn Hinton Experience, and he has a song out called I'm Gucci. And the backstory on it was last year in 2017, I was going through some things, and I ran across a song on Facebook, and it really motivated me and made me do a video project to say my life is really Gucci. And I had to hunt this brother down and find him, and we've been good friends on Instagram. And I want to find out more about this song called I'm Gucci.
Oh, man. So the story behind I'm Gucci came shortly after me and my band back at home, Shonn Hinton and Shotgun. We did an album called Long Live Shotgun. Well, I'm the person that loves to work. I don't take breaks. I always like to stay busy, especially with music. This is my gift. This is my ability. So I was sitting around at home and came up with the chords. And it made me think about what me and my bass player were talking about. We used to always say this thing at home all the time, like, yo, you going to the store? No, I'm Gucci, I'm chilling. And I was like, you know what? That's gonna be a song. And I told him that, and he's like, yeah, whatever. And like 5 minutes later, I had the song done, recorded it at the house. So what y'all hearing is a recording that I did in my living room.
Wow, so basically dreams do come true right there in your living room.
Absolutely, yeah, man. And I just wanted to make sure that people knew, like, you know, things could definitely be worse, but it's better, because if we are alive, you Gucci, you chilling, you in your zone. You don't want nobody to, you won't allow anybody to knock you out your zone or knock you off your square. So
before we go any further into that, let's go back, because you're from Milwaukee, and the only thing I can think of about Milwaukee is the Milwaukee Bucks. So
the Bucks, beer and cheese, and yeah, I'm from Milwaukee. Our city gets very underrated, man, but we have a pool of just great musicians and artists. You think about it. Eric Benet is from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Speech from Arrested Development, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Shonn Hinton from Milwaukee.
I was about to say Shonn Hinton from Milwaukee.
I'm just grateful, man. But my city definitely has some stuff to offer, man. And I'm glad to be one of the representatives for my city when it comes to this music.
So what got you into music? I mean, quite naturally, you know, you listen to your favorite people on the radio, but what made you personally say, I have to do music?
I come from a family of musicians, so it wasn't like it was forced on me, but I admired it. I saw my grandfather play the guitar. My mother played the piano, and my uncles also played the guitar, so the fruit didn't fall far from the tree at all. My father's a guitarist, so that was my love and my interest there. Suffered for the guitar, man. I started playing the guitar at the age of 12, and my mother would tell me, bedtime is at 8 p.m. I'm closing the door, and I'm sitting on the edge of the bed just practicing. And I used to get whoopings because I wouldn't go to bed because I'm working and trying to perfect my craft. My mother tell you to this very day, yeah, he suffered for his craft. I really did. But yeah, it just was bound to happen. My family are musical beings, man, so it was bound to happen.
Now let me ask you this question. You started at a young age, but I mean, quite naturally, this has been a dream for you, and this dream has turned into what? Because now you're on the road on Mary's bus. But I mean, just talk about your journey as far as some of the opportunities that you've been able to get.
Oh man, my dream has definitely become a reality because again, I'm from Milwaukee, and we get so underrated. You know what I'm saying? Like they call Milwaukee a sea city. This is where you come to get gas to go to Chicago to do shows. But where I am in my life as a musician and as an artist, and just how important it is to to know that I got the city on my shoulders. I work hard to do this, man, and it's so important because I want people to know Milwaukee definitely. I call it Milltown. Milltown has a sound, and I'm part of that sound.
So I got to ask you, you on the road right now with Mary J. Blige, and you've had this. This is not the end of your journey, but it's really kind of like the start. But you actually started on the road with some other musicians. How did that how did those opportunities present themselves?
It's funny, man. I wasn't looking. Not to say that I was against going out on the road playing R&B, but that wasn't my focus. I was really trying to make a name for myself in Chicago. And the musical director for Mary J. Blige, I mean, he's now the musical director, but at the time he was playing with other artists like Jagged Edge, 112, and Men of Standard, all of these different acts. But he was also a musician from Chicago, and I'm like, man, if I can just make a name for myself in Chicago, I'd be cool. But it actually turned out to be something bigger. I sent him some footage of me playing with a local artist back at home in Milwaukee, and he called me and was like, hey man, I got a gig for you, and it's playing with Dave Hollister. Are you interested? I'm like, definitely interested. And that's how it happened, man. I got out there to LA, and we were rehearsing for the Hennessy Privilege Tour. I'm green, I'm brand new to it, man, and I'm going for blood in rehearsal like it was the show. And
Did you have to try out?
No, I had the gig immediately. I just had to learn the music, but I put my personality into it, and they gave me the name at the time, Lil Jimi Hendrix, because I was playing with my teeth behind my back. I was just going in, and that opened up the door for me to play with other artists like Michelle Williams, Avant, 112, Patti LaBelle, and then Rex met back up with me around 2004 to play for Mary J. Blige. Flew to New York and had to learn like 50 songs, but it was, it's something that I wanted to do. And once I got there, I was like, oh, this is perfect. That was a defining moment for me, playing for Mary J. Blige, which is a big artist. That was humongous.
And this is back in like 2004, and now we're in 2018. So
ain't that crazy?
Yeah, that's a blessing. Now you've also been blessed to be on the Grammy stage as well. So can you talk about that experience?
The Grammy situation almost didn't happen. I wanted to do it so bad. I had to beg and plead with Mary and management. I'm like, man, this is a defining moment for Mary, and you should have your band there. So that was one of them situations. I just could not take the L, and I told them I wanted to do it. And what ended up happening was Mary used me and the drummer, who's the musical director now, but it was Ron Fair who was the musical director for the Grammy performance. But I was so grateful that Mary allowed me to share the stage with her for the Grammy. So that was big and amazing for me. Then I got a chance to do it again with Lil Wayne when he dropped the Carter 3 album, and he won a Grammy for that. So we got a chance to play the Grammys then. So it's just been a whirlwind of emotion, and just and being extremely grateful for moments and situations like that.
What's the one defining moment for you that said that music or this is what you wanted to do?
Mary J. Blige, man. When we did that tour, they gave us a tour sheet. They gave us a tour packet, and they told us where we were going. I've never been outside of New York. Like, that's the furthest I've traveled. So I look at that paper, and I'm seeing Italy, Germany, and I'm just like, man, this ain't too bad for a young cat from the city of Milwaukee who gets to travel the world and see all kind of interesting places. That was a defining moment for me that says, you know what, this is what I know. I was confident in that moment that this is what I'm destined to do. This is what my gift and ability that God gave me to use to travel the world.
Now, this is your second album. The Shonn Hinton Experience is your second album. What can you say you've learned from the first album to where you are today?
What I learned is you don't have to be too deep. You don't have to be the greatest singer in the world. The goal is to make sure that people get the message on what you're trying to do. The Love Story, which was dropped in 2013, I was going through a lot of stuff, and I wanted to paint a picture against what I thought, against what I was feeling. So I learned the lesson that I learned from The Love Story in 2013. Just be honest. Be honest with how you feel. People are gonna resonate with it, and you'll grow from there. So the Shonn Hinton experience, that's me in my complete purest raw form.
Maybe that's why we get along so much, because the Shonn Hinton experience, the Tallboy experience. Maybe that's what it is. So what's next for you?
I'm right now doing this tour with Mary J. Blige. I'm back in the studio working on brand new music, so be looking out for some new music in the spring, early summer. I'm doing that, and I'm hoping, man, Atlanta will bring me back. I'd love to perform I'm a Gucci back here. I would love to come here and do that.
So right now, the stepping clubs, the blues clubs, the hole in the walls. Shout out to Mel Waiters for making those hole in the walls so popular. Those are the places that are playing it. And I mean, what do you say to that audience that is actually playing your music right now?
First of all, I want to say thank you for even listening to my music, and I'm here for y'all. You are the people that I connect to, that I resonate to. So I want my music to be catered to directly y'all, man. So thank you. Please keep listening. Please keep being a fan, because I need y'all, and I really appreciate you guys.
Now let me ask you, because a lot of people don't know who Shonn Hinton is, and when this song takes off the way I already have claimed it to be,
Yes, sir.
what is one thing about them that they don't know about you?
One thing that
You want them to know?
I am a complete and total family man, and everything that embraces that. I sit down in the living room with my kids and we watch cartoons. I'm a cartoon buff.
What up, Jetsons?
Yes, I have that on my computer. Jetsons,
Meet George Jetson.
Flintstones, even from the 70s, the Harlem Globetrotters cartoons. Come on. Yeah, absolutely.
You throwback.
Throwback.
So do your kids know about all these cartoons, or they put you onto the Teletubbies and they put you onto the new stuff?
You know what? Because I'm a cartoon buff, I like even the new stuff now, like Kids Next Door, and that's Cartoon Network, which is here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay,
Adult Swim, Rick and Morty is one of my favorite cartoons.
So for any aspiring person that wants to be a guitarist or that wants to be a musician, what do you say to them?
Practice. Let it be a love. Don't do it for the money. Do it because you enjoy doing it. If you do something that you love doing, you never work a day in your life. And you've probably heard that before, but you're going to hear it from me right now. Again, do something that you enjoy and love doing. You'll never work a day in your life.
That's some deep information. Now, has Mary heard the song I'm Gucci?
Absolutely. She likes it. She likes it a lot. She's like, oh, that's kind of dope. That's super dope.
So how can we get her to do a remix on it or something?
I already asked her, man. I'm working on it. I ain't giving up yet. I would love to get, if I can't get Mary on it, I would love to get Gucci on it.
Hey, ATL, okay,
Exactly.
all right. Now, so is that one person that you would like? Because I was going to ask you,
I love to work with Gucci, man. I'm a big fan of his. I was a big fan of his then, but I'm even more so a fan of his stuff now, what he's doing now, and where he is in his life. So, absolutely.
Well, you heard it here first. Shonn Hinton's going to play a little snippet. I'm going to give you a treat because I want to say Tallboy broke in an ATL, the Shonn Hinton experience, I'm Gucci, because this is the song that motivated me. And I think it's going to motivate you. And all I can tell you at the end of the day, if you think your life is bad, just remember, you're here today and you are Gucci. That's all that matters.
That's all it is. That's all it is, Gucci. You ain't let nobody knock you out your square.
Man, it's the Tallboy Experience, man. We live on the back of Mary J. Blige's Blue Bus. My bad, I wasn't supposed to say that, but I'm with my man Shonn Hinton. Tallboy, we gone, man.
Yeah, have a good one, man. I'll give you a Gucci. I'm chilling, I'm Gucci. And that's the way I like it. Wherever the phone winds blow me, I don't care. I'll be so delighted. I'm chilling, I'm Gucci.
There it is, man. Tallboy Experience. We are gone. Think big. Think tall. Think tall boy. Yeah. Did you like the video? That's right. Did you like it? Hit that like button. Subscribe. And share it.